Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning. All right, let's see what's going on today. Let's see, JBDI. Okay, it has less than 20 million shares outstanding, so the float's under 20 million. It's got some good volume already. It is a penny stock. I'm not crazy about penny stocks. It's hard to borrow on Thinkorswim. I don't see news. Oh, I'm going to take VWAP off. I had VWAP on because I was looking at my trades from yesterday to see if I traded above VWAP or not. I wanted to see what I did. Good morning, Aligos. Yeah, I wanted to see if I had actually, so I looked last night at my trades from yesterday, and I think all of them I traded above VWAP, which is crazy because I didn't have VWAP on when I took the trades. So that was really interesting. If anyone here is new, I am really working on tape reading and level 2 reading this week. That's why I'm using a stripped down chart right now. I'm not permanently keeping it bare, but okay, so JBDI making some 2 round trips. That's crazy. Let's see. Let me put my price levels on here. Where's my drawing tool? So, okay, there's lots of room to grow. There's a window here up to 95 cents, and then another window here up to 135. But this is basically a round trip and another round trip, so not really excited about that. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Oops. Wow, penny stocks are really dominating things lately, huh? Okay, so PHGE, hard to borrow, biopharmaceutical company. Yep, lots of volume already. Got a high up to 80 cents. All right. Oh, look, I traded it at some point back in January. And I lost money on it apparently back in January. And I must have got a partial fill. Okie doke. So I don't see news on this one either. Good morning, Wayne. Fighting the good fight. Thank you. We got this. Yeah, just kind of seeing what's popping up. Let's see. JBDI. I don't like this. PHGE popped up at like, look at this, 5 a.m. Some of you get up and trade the pre-market, right? At 4 a.m. I'm heading that way, I think, because I can't really, SLXN, I can't really, right now, trade too late in the day. I can pop on here and there, but I can't consistently trade too late in the day right now. SLXN, float under 10 million. Lots of volume today. Penny stock. Wow, look at all these penny stocks today. Hard to borrow. Tons of volume. No news. No news. Just eyeballing it. Big gap up from yesterday's close. And let's see. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of penny stocks, but it's funny how when I took everything off my chart, I started using trend lines again. That's how I was trading in the beginning. I was using just the basics when I didn't know what indicators were, before I sort of discovered Ross Cameron and kind of started following his philosophy. All right, so we have room. Look at this. There's like a window here to $2. There's a window here to 256. There's a window here to 324. So yeah, this is how I was trading in the beginning. And then I just kind of got disconnected from the basics. But what I've been doing is I have been later on in the day going back and looking at my trades and seeing, did I trade above or below VWAP? And I have been mostly trading above VWAP, believe it or not. But, you know, just kind of, I'm trying to take my tape reading and my level 2 reading to the next level. That's my goal this week. That is my goal. All right, so just kind of keep checking out what's going on this morning. Let's check the market today. Let's see. Mixed, okay, futures pointing to a higher open. That's good. Oh, NVIDIA earnings. Okay. NVIDIA earnings are coming out. Major indices fell for a third consecutive session due to surging treasury yields and inflation concerns. All right. Let's see. Well, that's going to be interesting to watch NVIDIA today. It's already trending up. So this is yesterday's, of course. This doesn't show. This is the daily chart, and it doesn't show today's yet because it's before the open. But yesterday, so we had a pullback, and yesterday it started to maybe bounce back up. And already today, okay. So this was yesterday's close, right? At the end of the regular session, we're already above yesterday's close. That seems good. Heading to level 3. What's level 3? Is there a level 3, Wayne? Are you messing with me? Oh, okay. I'm like, I've never heard of level 3. What is this mysterious level 3? So yeah, I think so. Nvidia is one to watch today. You know, I haven't traded NVDL yet, but today might be the day for an opening range breakout on Nvidia or NVDL, depending on the earnings news, of course. Yes, I needed that. I am so sore today. I took my kids, they're adults, but I took them to the trampoline park, and we trampolined and jumped on all this stuff for like an hour. I used to take them all the time when they were little. So my calves are a little sore today. The guy at the front desk was like, you know, make sure you're careful, you know, because I'm 55. I was like, buddy, this is what I've been training for. And I'm proud to say I out trampolined my kids. I was like, guys, come on, keep going. All right, so the earnings are going to come out though. Okay, so the earnings are coming out after the market close, which happens a lot, right? So, but maybe the expectation of good earnings might do something today. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, so I'm still kind of starting to watch the larger cap stocks because for the rest of the day, I would like to start moving into mid and larger cap stocks. Let's see, IMVT. So I'm kind of starting to watch them more and more, get used to the rhythm of the news coming out and the reaction to the news for the big, what are they called, the Magnificent Seven, so that I can trade the leveraged ETFs that are linked to the different Magnificent Seven tickers. So I'm trying to like keep an eye on that, you know, but I think so if the earnings are anticipated after hours, will the stock react today? I'm still kind of learning the rhythm of that. I haven't been watching the big large caps. I've been so focused on small cap stocks that I haven't been watching large caps. So I have to kind of get in the rhythm of that. I had such a laser focus this past year. All right, so IMVT is popping up. This is a much larger float. And let's see. biotech, North Carolina. They're easy to borrow. So this is a big float and they're easy to borrow. I probably won't get in on this because it's not that I won't trade easy to borrow stocks, but there's more downward pressure, right? Because of the fact now, Flip Flop was on yesterday. I don't see them today, but Flip Flop said that he or she, I don't know. I have like apparently a few female viewers trades shorts during the pre-market. So I'm guessing that would be, introduction to level 3 quote. Wait a minute, I have to read this. What sets them apart by offering increased market depth and unique access for registered brokers and market made? Wait, is that a real thing, Scooter? Is that like a book or are you? Let's see. If there's really a level 3, you guys have to tell me. I'm going to Google it. Level 3 market data. Yes, there is. Wayne, we were joking about it. Scooter's right. Okay. It says it is the most granular and comprehensive type. Wow. Okay. All right. Known as market by order data. It goes far beyond the aggregated price levels of level 2. Yep. Yep. Like you said, Scooter, market makers, quantitative hedge funds, high frequency trading. Wow. Okay. Who uses level 3 out there? That sounds pretty intense. Wow. Scooter, you just taught us something. Thank you. You are dropping knowledge. I love it. Okay. All right. That's great. Well, Wayne, we have been schooled. There is a level 3. Knock on wood. And I do have an old wooden desk. Knock on wood. I get to the point where I am allowed to use level 3 data. All right. So IMVT is trending up, but I have to figure out if I can pin drawing tools to the top here because I keep having to flip-flop between them and I'm finding it annoying because I mostly use 2 drawing tools. Yeah, that's cool. See, this is what's great about having a chat, guys. We share knowledge and all of that good stuff. So, so yes, I am starting to track, some of the bigger stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, and in the potential interest of maybe starting to trade those during the market open and also silver, SLV. So I'm looking into that as well. Which, Wayne, I know you're the one that kind of put me onto SLV. I've been looking at there's just a lot of tickers out there that track silver and gold, but SLV has so much liquidity. And so, hey, Lily, we do have a girl. I was just saying, I can tell from my data that I have some female viewers. All right. So, let's see. So, yes. So I'm, kind of watching other stuff throughout the morning. Just trying to get used to it. So, but I'll kind of keep an eye on Nvidia throughout the day because I want to start to feel the rhythm of like how the news affects it. Also Tesla, because Tesla has so much liquidity and movement, right? TSLL is another one that would be good for me to follow, for me to trade potentially because it follows Tesla. So I'm starting to keep an eye on that kind of stuff too. I don't want to divert my attention from small caps in the pre-market too much, but all right. So IMVT, easy to borrow, a little bit too choppy. SLXN. Okay, so it looks like it is trending back upward. PHGE, but you know, the big move was before 7 a.m. Same here. SLXN, the big move was before 7 a.m. JBDI, yeah, that's just way, way below round trip territory. So I'm going to take that off my list. Let's see. I'm going to look at Charles Schwab has Thinkorswim has some preset watch lists, and I have set up some watch lists for myself. Yeah, I mean, she's like one of the goats, right? She's absolutely one of the goats. I mean, I'm sure men and women each have their own strengths and weaknesses with trading, right? You know, I think, yeah, men might be a little bit braver and let their winners run more. I don't know. I don't want to make too broad of a generalization, but you know, definitely people have different strengths and weaknesses, and maybe I'm too cautious sometimes. I don't know. Leahy, you're the other lady on the chat today. You can weigh in on that if you think we're too cautious or if you think there's any kind of difference between female and male traders. But I just don't like losing money. If that translates to patience for you guys, awesome. I do not like losing money. So I will wait for a good setup just to avoid losing money. That's definitely one of my priorities. Oh, okay. TSLTTREX. Nice. Let's take a look at that one. Thanks, Scooter. Yeah, I mean, Tesla just has so much movement and has more range than some of the others. Like if I were going to invest for the longer term, you know, something like maybe Google might be good because, you know, a little bit less movement, but Tesla has more range, I think. I'm still learning about these large caps. All right. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on things here today. AMPG, let's see. AMPG. Okay. So the float's a little higher than I usually trade for small caps. It's 20. Well, I don't know. This is shares outstanding. I used to have Warrior Trading scanners. I'm not consistently profitable, so I put that on pause because it was expensive. I'm using Zendu scanner. They might be on the chat today. Several people have recommended it to me, but thank you. I'm using that plus the scanners that I set up myself on Thinkorswim. So I don't know, but I don't know what the float is on this. There's over 500,000 in total volume. It's hard to borrow. And we're definitely seeing a run up right now. So, and there's news. Let me see. What is the news? Amplitech received FCC and ISED Canada certifications for complete 5G native distributed antenna system solution. Cleared for commercial. That sounds like good news. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see what the, get a high a day of 488. I'm going to look at the daily chart. Oh, interesting. Okay, so right now we have a high of day of 488, and it just tapped this daily high of 489. So RKDA, I just want to check this out real quick. RKDA. Okay, this is interesting too. Low float. It's gapped up. Total volume, hard to borrow, RKDA, but I don't see news. Okay, so AMPG, this level tapped like its all-time high. So that's definitely resistance, right? Definitely resistance. But it has good news. So I'm kind of looking for a break of all-time highs here. RKDA. So for those of you who are like really, really new to trading, like I'm new because I'm not consistently profitable. I will not consider myself beyond new until I'm consistently profitable. But I've been trading for about a year, over a year. For those of you who are new, I was going to say something and I just completely forgot what I was going to say. Well, if I think of it, I'm sure it was very relevant. See, that's what being 55 is like. You just forget. So I'm looking for a high of day here. I think what I was going to say was if you're new, take your time. Don't rush into anything, okay? Spend a lot of time watching. Really, spend a lot of time watching. I know, Scooter. Charles Schwab is doing the switch on June 8th. I know June 4th, most brokers, that's when brokers are allowed to do it, but they said June 8th. SpaceX IPO, that could be very interesting. That could be very, very interesting. I'm looking to see what's going on for news. Yeah, the PDT rule is going to change everything. Oh, come on. Thanks, Wayne. Thank you. No, I'm 55. My kids are 19 and 22. So when I say I took them to the trampoline park, I took 2 adults to the trampoline park. No, thank you. I'm 55. All right. So yeah, June is going to be really interesting. So I right now trade in a cash account. I'm going to have to flip to a margin account, I guess, if I want to take advantage of the immediate settlement of funds or being allowed to trade with unsettled funds or whatever the terminology is, because right now I have to wait until the next day. And honestly, the limit has been good. I accidentally put a margin account on like a few weeks ago because I was thinking, oh, I want to try futures and you need a margin account, but so this is turning out to be a resistance. This is all-time high on the daily chart. Oh, I must have traded this at some point. Oh, and I was green. I was green when I traded it back here. Okay. So this right here is resistance. So if you're brand new, the daily chart doesn't show, it won't show today until the market open. Okay. The daily chart only shows 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. That was very confusing to me in the beginning. So when you're looking at the daily chart, you're really looking at the past. 35. No, I'm 55. I'm 55. LOL. Yeah, I'm 55. And my kids are, yeah, they live with me. My daughter's a full-time student and my son works full-time. And so my son works, my daughter, she's a student. They're good. They're really good kids. And I love hanging out with them. So right now we all have certain times free and we're going to try to do more stuff together. Because that was my favorite part when they were little. We would go everywhere together, the park, we'd do everything, swimming, hiking. I just love taking them places. Okay, So yeah, so here we have all-time high at 489, and it just tapped that level. So right now I'm dealing with a very stripped down layout. I'm not using indicators because I'm working on my tape reading and my level 2 reading, and so I'm using a very, very, very stripped down layout. That is for me because I felt like I was getting distracted by the indicators, and I need to make sure that my tape reading skills, good morning, James, are, I need to make sure that my tape reading skills are up to standard. I was getting distracted by all the indicators, which are lagging and very important. Like if I put something back on, it'll probably be VWAP. So what I've been doing is, later on, after I'm done trading, I've been pulling up my trades and looking at the trades with the indicators on to see if I was trading. No, I didn't size up. I'm still at 100 shares. I'm still at 100. I don't think I'll be sizing up for a while because the one thing that is holding me back is letting my winners run. That, I'm trying to put my air conditioner on. It gets so hot in my room. I have not been letting my winners run, and that is definitely the bottleneck for me. So I will be staying at 100 shares until my R number, my average R number for my last 20 trades is either 0.8 or more, which means, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means if I take a, like, let's just say here, I'm just going to use this as an example. This is longer to me, a pretty long pullback. Let's look at it on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so let's say that I was going to trade this pullback. Okay, I'll use this. This is a good example. If I was going to trade this pullback and look for a breakout, right? I generally risk about 10, 15, 20 cents a share on my trades. Okay. And I determine that before I get in. Like if the low candle is big, it might be like 12 cents a share, but I determine my stop before I get in. But if for a flat top breakout or a high of day breakout, I keep a really tight stop of 10 cents a share. That means I want to make at least 10 cents a share. So my R number is my profit or loss over my risk. So if I was willing, oh, look, it's breaking out, but I don't know, there's a lot of topping tails, and I don't know, is anyone taking this? I feel like this would be a good one. Is it too late to get in? Oh, there we go. Okay. That was a bit of a scalp. That was a bit of a scalp. Okay, so this is a good example, right? I decided before I got in that I was only going to risk 10 cents a share. Now, this was basically a scalp trade, and I only got $1.52, so I only got 1.5 cents a share. So the math is 1.5. It would be $1. You could look at it a couple of ways. $1.52 over $10 because I was willing to risk $10. That means that my R number is only 0.15. Okay. So I want my average R number over the last 20 trades to be at least 0.8 or more to size up. At least right now, that's my metric. And that would mean that I'm letting my winners run. In this case, I didn't let it run. Now, let's see. I saw price hesitation. It kind of dipped below my entry. And then I thought, okay, I'll let it go a little bit. But then it seemed like it was kind of slowing down. So my first one, we're going to call this a bull flag pullback. Okay. And so I track in TraderView, which is what I use to track my trades. I track my setup, which is a bull flag pullback here. I got in a little late. So I ended up, that was a scalp of like, but it was green. Hey. And you know what? If I scalped 20 trades today, I would be super happy about that. But I didn't let it run too far because I knew that there was really hard resistance here at this high of day. Not just because it's high of day, but because on the daily chart, you can see here, it's the all-time high. Okay, the all-time high is 489. And it just tapped right below 488. So I knew this was going to be resistance. Now, is it possible that this is going to pop back up and break through the high? That would be kind of cool. I'm sort of looking for that. But I'm also tracking my exit indicators. So the price dropped. And then I saw that it was kind of hesitating. It's hard to see. Sometimes it's hard to see all of this stuff happening at the same time. So but that's what I mean by the R number. It is the profit or loss over your risk. And that ratio, you can look at it as a ratio. I'm looking for an average of my last 20 trades that my winners are at least 80% of the risk I'm taking. So if I'm risking $10, I want to make at least $8. And I only made $1.50. So that is definitely my bottleneck. And one of the things, so that's what led me, actually, that bottleneck is what led me to strip all my indicators off my chart. So, I got to make sure I talk about that in my recap. But the reason is because I was struggling to see the exit indicators and I was looking at like 11 things. Nobody can look at 11 things. That's crazy. I had too much going on my chart. So I've simplified things so I can improve on tape reading and level 2, which has been very educational, honestly. And since I stripped everything off, I'm starting to look at the charts more deeply. So I want to look at less, but more deeply. That's my plan for the next, well, I'm gonna do that this week. That's my goal this week, tape reading. So here you can see, looks like another pullback. So let's see if anything else is popping up. RKDA. Well, this is interesting. I'm gonna look at the daily chart. There's definitely a window. This might be a grinder, but like I'm okay with that. We've got a nice upward trend here. So this was the first pullback. This was the second pullback. The third one looks like it's losing steam. Maybe a false breakout here. This candle right here. Now, if I were trading the pullbacks, I might have said, okay, well, as soon as the price breaks over the top of this low candle, I'll get in. And it kind of popped up, but now it's rejecting. So let's see, CAPS. Whoops. All right, CAPS Wow. Okay. CAPS. Float under 20 million. Hard to borrow. Wait, which was the one that was easy to borrow? Was that RKDA? XL. IMVT. It was IMVT. Okay. And look at that. It ran up, but it was so choppy on the way up, and then it's very choppy. So I'm going to take that off because I will trade easy to borrow sometimes if the price action looks good, but the chart doesn't look good to me. So I'm not going to trade that. This is more than just a pullback on the 1 minute. It's a pretty steep pullback on the 5 minute. All right, let's go back to CAPS. Interesting. All right, we've got news. Capstone Holdings sees fiscal year 26 revenue 72.1 million. They've got fancy news. What do they do? Building products. It's again a penny stock. I don't love penny stocks. All right, so FHGE, I'm going to get rid of that because that's way on the back side. Okay. RKDA, I don't know. It's already past the second pullback. And again, I'm not. So I started off with Warrior Trading. You know, I'm still taking Warrior Trading's classes and everything. But I'm trying to develop my own strategy, my own style. But one thing that Ross does say is that the first and second pullback are the strongest. Okay, and here that's pretty clear for this one. First pullback, second pullback, third pullback is kind of fading off. So this is more of a potential pullback. This is on the 5 minute chart. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have going on? So CAPS. Oh, yeah, I don't like that. They have good news, but I'm paying less attention to the news these days and more attention to price action. Good morning, Flip Flop. I mentioned you earlier because I was saying some people, there was a stock that I was like, it was easy to borrow, IMVT. IMVT. Let me show you. And I said, oh, it's easy to borrow, and Flip Flop might do this, trade this one. IMVT. Of course, the price is like way out of my price range anyway. I'm sticking to things that are under $10 a share. But this one I think is easy to borrow. Well, on Thinkorswim. So, all right, so JUNS. A lot of penny stocks today. So I've got one scalped trade on RKD. No, which one was it on? AMPG. I scalped one little trade today on this breakout right here, this breakout. I got in a little late. I got to put that down. Got in late. I saw the breakout. I was actually saying like, now if this were a breakout, and then it started to break out, so I got in a little bit late, but I scalped a little bit on that. I'm actually going to move this over to my. So I have a question for you guys. How many of you take a break after your trades, green or red? Like I take a break after a red trade. I take a 15-minute break. How many of you take a break regardless of whether it's green or red? when I was trading much larger share size, like 1,000 shares, and I was having a lot of beginner's luck last year. Yeah, I was having a lot of beginner's luck. I'd be like $400. But I would take a break because I was emotionally reacting so much. After a while, I didn't react, you know? Now I'm trading with 100 shares because I realized that I was experiencing beginner's luck and I was not consistently profitable. And I want to do this the right way. I want to be consistently profitable and scale up the right way. All right. So, yeah, because your winners are bigger when you're trading with 1,000 shares, but so are your losers. So I'm going to import my trade for my trade. Oh, did it? It traded. Okay, so let me put today. Okay, so this is my one trade, and I'm going to say it was a bull flag pullback, and I saw the price drop, and then I saw price hesitation on the green side, and then I got out. So, but I wanted to make a little note that I got in a little late, which is true. All right, so that's how I'm doing it. And you can see here, this is that R number I was talking about, 0.149. That's not exact. 1.52 over 10 is 0.152. Closed net PRL. Oh, because of fees. I don't pay commissions. Thinkorswim is a commission-free broker, but I see the R number considers, see, the fee. It was a 3-cent fee. Okay, never noticed that before. Glad I noticed that. Interesting. Okay. See, I'm learning something every day, but I want to get good at the fundamentals. That is my goal. Now, the high of day is 488. If you're just joining, the all-time high is 489. So there's definitely resistance there. And that is the other reason why where'd the trade go? Show trades. Okay. I don't know why it disappeared, but the trade was in here. That's why I also, well, okay. I saw the price dropped below my entry. That was the first indicator. Then I said, okay, I'm going to reset my stop at break even. When it flipped to green, I saw price hesitation and I got out. But I also was thinking this may not even go all the way up because this is pretty hard resistance, right? All right, so RKDA, this must be a pullback on the 5-minute. But that's that's not even a bull flag pullback anymore. At this point, this looks like I would maybe think of doing a reversal trade if this started to pop up, but I haven't really worked reversal trades, so this is too pricey for me, but it was popping up. But I'm going to take it off my list because that's too pricey for me. I don't want to get tempted here. So what I'll do later after, when I'm reviewing my trades, I'm going to look at my trades with the indicators on to kind of see what, you take breaks after any trade, but not for a setup time. Usually get up for water. Oh, yeah, me too. It's like, because you're focusing so intensely. Flip-flop. I have heard from so many experienced traders that that is like the goal, that you want it to get to the point where it's just boring and low stress. Right. The 3 cent fee is maybe an ECN fee. So like when you look at my it'll show here the fee, all the little fees. So there's no commission, but yeah, that's probably the ECN fee. But I didn't realize that TraderView calculated the net return after fees, which makes sense though, because they don't, like, if I were using a broker that charged commissions, I guess I would have to consider that because that's a cost of doing business. I guess it just never occurred to me and I just noticed it. um, let's see. Yeah, I think my goal is to be bored out of my mind. Because that means I'm not emotional about it. And that means that I am just kind of going with the flow, right? Going with the flow. That is my goal, to be bored out of my mind. Um, and stress free, you know. However, I have to say, trading like this without indicators and looking at less things has been so much less stressful this week. All right, so it looks like we do have a breakout on the 5-minute chart. This is a real topping tail. I mean, I guess it has the potential to go all the way up, but this is what I don't like, is that yes, it has the potential to go all the way up, but is this the backside of the move? You know, it could be a reversal or it could just be the backside of the move. All right. Sorry, that was about my my other job. Okay. So, wow. Yeah, right? Yeah, during the pandemic. I think a lot of people jumped into trading during the pandemic, and I didn't, because I was working at the federal government. I left last February, which is why I started day trading and putting time into this. But my job was crushingly busy through the pandemic, like crushingly busy, like 12-hour days. We were working from home and I was so burned out. And so I was in the same situation, just not day trading. 5 or 10 trades a day. Okay, so that actually is great information, because that gives us kind of like a realistic expectation. You know, there are fluctuations, ebbs and flows in the market. Like, I've been obviously trading for years as a long-term trader. And you know, you can see the ebb and the flow. But I know a lot of people who jumped into the market during the pandemic and then they're not trading anymore, you know? Um, yeah, they're not trading anymore. But yeah, it does feel slower. Even last year, I was having a lot of beginner's luck. Okay. And I'm thinking to myself, this is great, you know? But in a hot market, everyone's lucky, right? Like in a hot market, we're all lucky. I learned that the hard way. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, no, I follow Ross Cameron, right? And I know some of you do too. Um, he's had like a ton of no trade days lately. Whereas before he'd be taking, you know, multiple trades a day, and now he's just having whole days where he's not trading. So I agree with that. I agree with that. It's going to be way busier in June. So in a way, I feel like I have to brace myself emotionally because I think there's going to be so much more volume in the market. I agree with that. I think that's what we're all kind of holding out for too. I'm like, oh, it'll get busy in June. So I will have to ask for a margin account again. But I don't want to trade on margin. I just want the ability for my funds to settle immediately. Because I won't even need this. I mean, I really don't even need this size of account at this point because I'm only trading with 100 shares. So, let's see. Nothing much seems to be popping up new. This is kind of grinding up. Let's see. Let's take a closer look at this. It's a penny stock, but if I see good price, like I'm not going to jump in on a penny stock if I see it just shoot up. But if I see it have a more solid price action, I might jump in. This is hard to borrow. It's a little bit higher float. It's gapped up quite a bit since the previous day's close. It's had one pullback and now another pullback. This is running up. Is this another bull flag pullback? Let me look at the daily chart. All right, there's room to grow. This could be another pullback. I mean, this would be a scalp, right? Because it's only, oh, now I'm going to look to get out at break even, but I'm going to get out. Oops. Didn't catch my order. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to get out. All right. I just got out. The price dropped. So 2 bull flag pullback. So now I'm out for 15 minutes because that was a red trade. So what time is it? 7:56. So 15 minutes, 8:11. Okay, so I'm actually pretty proud of my process there. So there was a bull flag pullback. I was kind of waiting to see if it would hold above 62. It looked like it was going to. This was a false breakout, in my opinion. Okay. The price dropped. I was looking to get out at break even. And then it just selling. Okay. I didn't even wait for it to get. Yeah, false breakout. Okay, so I'm gonna move that to my trader view. Oh, it has to kind of reset there. I don't know why it takes a little bit sometimes to show up on the, oh, there we go. Export to file. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna put that in my trader view. Okay, so I'm gonna say bull flag pullback. Price dropped. And then let's see. I mean, that's pretty much, it dropped and then it dropped some more, right? Okay. And I just cut it right away. Let's see. Price dropped. Hoped, looked to, I don't want to say hoped. I don't like that word. Looked to get out at break even, but price continued to drop. Okay. So when I analyze my trades later, you know, I like to have my notebook where I can handwrite some stuff. And I like to have my trader view. And then I watch my live stream. All right. Good morning, Disciplined Futures Trader. I like your handle. That is very like manifesty. I love that. I'm big into mindset. Sorry, I have to answer this. It's my other work thing. All right. So, okay, false breakout. It happens. I think that's what that was. EVTV. Let's take a look. EVTV. Whoops. I need to get my compressed air. Okay. So, oh, wow. This is good for people that short. Let's see. Hard to borrow. What? Right. Look at that. That's crazy. Does it have news? AZ. No, that's. Oh, merger agreement. Okay. That's the 8 o'clock news, 8 a.m. news popping up. Wow. Okay. So SLXN. JUNS. This looks like it's still going. So it had this false breakout. It kept running down, popped up, pulled back, and popped up again. So this is that third pullback, right? First pullback, second pullback. I got suckered into the third pullback. I'm going to put that on my trader view, that it was the third pullback. Third pullback. So maybe I should have been cautious about getting in. RKDA. Not really doing much. AMPG. CAPS. Yeah, EVTV. Wow. That was, oh my goodness. What? That really, yeah, just straight into the basement. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh man, I feel bad for people that got caught in that. People that were thinking they were going to go long. Wow. So here's a question. Does this mean that someone knew the stock was coming out and someone knew that the news was coming out at 8 a.m. and were ready to short it? I didn't look at the tape. Can we go back? Let's see. Let's go back on the tape. I'm curious. I didn't know I could go back on the tape. Look at this. How far will it let me? Oh, it won't let me go back any further than 8:02. So what is it now, 8:05? Will it let me go back any further? No. I can't see what happened. I'm curious. All right, so we know we can go back a couple of minutes on the tape. Pre-existing order, sell orders from holders. Got it. So do you think that they knew the news was coming out, so they put sell orders in, and then those orders just dumped right away? That's what I'm thinking, right? Okay, so now this is how I know I'm middle-aged, because I'm deep into bird watching. So embarrassing. I used to make fun of people that bird watched, and I am so deep. There's a bird that's been around lately that I don't know what it is. Got to figure this out. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Is that people knew the news was coming out and they were dumping their shares. Well, now I know that we can go back on the tape, but it looks like on Thinkorswim you can only go back 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, look there. Let me go back to 8:02. That's kind of cool. So then you can kind of see what happened. You know, now that I'm live streaming and trading, I like going back and watching my trades on my live stream so I can see the tape and the what have you. Yeah, definitely. Ugh. Juns, you jerk. But it is like, I don't know. I don't think this is super clean now. Well, so it popped up. This, if it did pop back up. Let me look at the daily chart again. I feel like I got fooled. I wonder if it's clearer on the 5-minute. Okay, the 5-minute looks a lot clearer. POET, did that pop up? Oops. My E key is sticky. I don't have that on a hotkey or anything. Oh, wow. So this is over $10, but if the price action looks really good, I'll trade it. But yeah, look at that. Nice breakout. Wow. Look at that. 14 to 14.75. Wow. That's a nice run up. On the daily chart, it's on a pullback. Looks like it's making a pullback here. On the 1-minute. JUNS is making a pullback, but the topping tails, I don't like that. That's what happened to me here. I thought it was a breakout, wasn't a breakout. All right, let's clean this up here. I am close to getting back in the game. It's 8:10. I have 1 more minute of timeout. Oh my goodness, look at this. What? EVTV. Yeah, right here. Yep. Yep. This is, it's kind of trading in this channel. So if it bounces off here, could get, I think you're right. I think it could bounce off here and make a new high. Yeah. That's also a little bit, it's higher than, Oh, it's popping up. Broke 15. Right under 15. 14.99. These are so different, right? Wow, so different. Just watching the level 2 and the tape in the level 2 to see what. Broke 15. Oh, now it's hovering. $15.07, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. Yeah, I think this could bounce off this level. It's got a nice little channel here. $15.10. Let's see. I don't see any big sellers on the ask. Although now I'm seeing some orders coming through. No. 1509, 1509, 1509. Just watching the tape, I think, is super, super, super helpful. 15. $16, $18, $19, $21, $21, $22. Gave it a shot. All right, so that one, I was looking to get in after a micro pullback. Well, I'm glad I got out when I did. I got smoked on that. So, all right, the price dropped and tried to get out at my stop. All right, so now I'm out for 30 minutes because I've had 2 red trades, guys. So, let's see. 8:17. So 8:47. I cannot trade again until 8:47. All right, so I should have waited for a real pullback. I should have waited for a real pullback. All right, so all righty, let's put this into Trader View. Face the music. Made a dumb mistake. All right. Okay. I thought I saw a micro pullback on the tape. Price dropped. And then it hit my stop. So full stop exit. I got in past my stop because it didn't catch my order. Woohoo! 15 cents a share. Nice, Illegos. That's awesome. Let's see. I tried to get out at my stop. It didn't catch my order. Why is my, right. And I canceled and sold on the bid. Sold on the bid. I can tell I'm mad because my typing is erratic. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put another note. I thought I saw the micro pullback on the tape, but I might have been wrong. Watch the playback. So when I go back to look at my trades on my live stream, I'm going to have to see, did I really see a micro pullback there, or did I think? Yeah, Illegos, that is great. Yay! You must have got it somewhere in here. I got in right at the reversal. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you got it. You got some green on that. Yay. At least someone's making money on it. All right, now here's the pullback, right? I can't get in because I have a timeout. So I should have waited for this real pullback, guys. This is what I should have waited for. This, and then this right here. I mean, this still could be a false breakout, but I should have waited for a real pullback. So. Yeah, look at this. Okay, if I'd waited for a real pullback, I would have had a green trade. Maybe a small green trade, but look at this. It would have popped up, popped down. I would have waited for confirmation. Yeah, I would have had a green trade. The micro pullback is just not working for me. I want it to work, but it's not. I see it and I'm not hitting it. That's the problem, is that I'm seeing it and I'm not hitting it. So the data is telling me stop doing that. Well, I mean, I'm green for the month. I'm green on micro pullbacks. I'm green. But honestly, I mean, right now I'm red on the month. I'm down $4.87. But I don't know. I feel like the micro pullbacks, I just don't quite have a grasp of them. You entered at bar 512. Let's see, at AZ time. Right here, 12. Oh, Arizona. And at 1490. Nice. Did you hold through this pullback? So 1490. All right, so this wouldn't have hit your even break even. Nice. So you got this right here off of this breakout. That's great. That's great. So off of this pullback, you waited for a real pullback, which I did not do. So for those of you who are new, stick to your plan. Don't be like me today. And then you got in. That is great. That was a good trade. I think that was a really good trade. Oh, flip-flop. Do you mean me? I thought I saw a micro pullback on the tape. Now I normally trade them on a 10-second chart or so I was trying to read it on the tape, but I don't think I got it. But I'm going to have to go back and look at my live stream when I review my trades and see. So, and I just went back and looked at my data for the month. I actually am green on micro pullbacks. So maybe it isn't that. Maybe I'm just frustrated that it was a red trade. You know? But I tend to trade a lot of them. Let's see. I'm going to look at my tags. Let's see. Bull flag pullback, high of day breakout, opening range breakout. I mean, I think eventually I won't have so many tags because I feel like it's getting to the point where I can barely manage what I'm doing here. And micro pullback. Let's see. Honestly, I've done better on my micro pullbacks than I have on bull flag pullbacks this month. So I guess the data is telling me that I am doing well on those. Even with that. Yeah, I think that was, yeah, so that's great. So you didn't even have to worry about, oh, it didn't go red on you. That's a great trade. Right here. That's a great trade. We need to have like a little thing. I don't know. I'm still learning YouTube chats, but we need to have a little thing where we like have a celebration thing. Like a little celebration thing. Let's see. There we go. I'll do little emojis when you guys have good trades. Yeah, I mean, I think it's because at first I wasn't trading on the 10-second chart, and then I was trading them on the 10-second chart. And now I don't have a 10-second chart because I'm not using the Warrior Trading scanners. I could use chart watchers, but with the free plan, they only have like a limited amount of time that you can be on there. And honestly, I was feeling a little anxiety about the micro pullbacks, but then I thought I saw one, and I might have seen one, but it just rejected. So I'm curious if I actually saw one or if I just hoped I saw one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes what you think happened isn't what really happened. That's why I'm glad I'm recording these. Because I actually, before I started live streaming, I started recording my trading sessions for a while so that I could watch my trades. And that's when I was like, maybe I should just live stream if I'm recording this anyway. You know, that way I can really kind of put things to the test and keep myself accountable. Now, if I were by myself, I'm not sure I would have the discipline. I've told you guys I have to have a timeout. I don't know if I would have the discipline to sit out for 30 minutes. I mean, I would like to think I would. And also it's forcing me to really, really question like every single thing I'm doing. You know? Because I have to explain it to you guys. I'm accountable. All right, let's see what else is going on. I can't trade till 8:47, but I can still look. JUNS. Okay, so flip-flop, we thought it might run up again, you know, in this channel, but then it broke below that level. So this feels like the backside of the move. Yeah, the micro pullback, I started trading it on the 10-second chart because of this channel. And I started to see it on the 10-second chart for sure. However, like I said, the pace of the micro pullback is really like a little bit too much for me. EVTV, this is just like I'm rubbernecking here, like when you drive by a car accident and you're like, what happened? A car crash. CAPS is running back up. So yeah, let's see what the news is. So this is one of the things that I actually like about my timeout is not only does it force me to kind of like analyze my mistake, but it also forces me to take time to look at other stuff. All right, the stock market is trading mixed on Wednesday with futures pointing to a higher open as investors await highly anticipated earnings from AI, NVIDIA, and that is going to come out after hours. So I'm going to pop on later today after hours. I need to make a note about that because I want to see what happens. Let's see what's going on now. And I'm also curious at the market open if there will be a lot of, a lot of movement on NVIDIA. Okay. So this was right at 6:30. Interesting. Okay. Still getting to understand how this whole thing works with the larger cap stocks. Get rid of all these. I have to figure out how to get rid of, like, just get rid of everything. Oops. So a lot of people have said to me that they only look at large caps on the 5-minute chart. Oh, is it below VWAP? I don't have VWAP on right now. If I were going to put one thing back on, it might be VWAP. You know? Because I feel like, all the institutions trade off of it. And let's see. Well, some things have 24 hours, like I mean, I haven't done it, but like NVIDIA, Tesla, they're all marked 24 hours. But I don't know if the orders execute during that time period. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, some are listed, like if you look here, let me move my head. Oh, you can't see it. Wait a minute. So here, oops. NVIDIA, TSLL, SLV, NVDA, they're all listed with a 24-hour. Is that what that is? The 24-hour icon next to them, I think. So I honestly haven't tried to trade them at those times. Trying to fit this back in here. There we go. Yeah, I'm sure there's minimum liquidity during the overnight hours, right? But yeah, they're listed as 25, 24/5. Is that because I think you can trade them up until 8 p.m. on Friday. And then yeah. Yeah, the big ones. So Thinkorswim, but I just don't know how the orders are executed. Like, I guess it has to be a limit order, obviously, because it's not during regular market hours. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of learning about that sort of thing. So SLV silver, right? That also has the 24-hour mark next to it. It's too bad they don't have the little have it up here somewhere on the level 2 and level 1. But yeah, so some of them are 24/7. But like I said, I haven't done it. I guess it's just a limit order. Just like, so I don't know, we'll see about that. All right, I'm still in timeout. But I haven't seen anything anyway. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yes, I am interested in kind of getting more into that whole thing. And precious metals, trading precious metals, which I've been tracking gold and silver for years because I invest in it as a long-term investor. I was really lucky. I got a bunch of gold and silver for me, a lot. I got gold and silver before the price drove up. And then I took some profit off the table with silver because I never thought, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? $80. $80 an ounce. What? Look at this. We've got a Canadian contingent, our Canadian brothers and sisters from the north. I love Canada. I've taken my kids to Montreal. I've been to Montreal, Nova Scotia, Quebec, of course, you know. Look at this. We got like a I love it. I'm Canadian too, eh? That's awesome. That's great. I love this. So you guys, it seems like every Canadian I know trades on the U.S. stock exchange. Well, I'm glad I didn't hope and pray and hold poet. Look at that. And the old me would have held on for dear life, thinking it must come back up in honorary citizenship. I would love that. I love Canada. I mean, it's just so beautiful, like the nature, you know? You guys have like amazing nature. My daughter likes going to Canada because it's cooler in the summer. But I've taken them in the winter. I've taken them in the winter to Montreal because they have the underground mall, and you can basically just get from place to place underground in Montreal in the wintertime, which is kind of cool. I took them once like in December for like a Christmas trip, and it was probably 4 degrees out. They were like, what is happening? Oh, okay. Okay. So you do trade on the Canadian exchange. Economy class. Yeah. I know. My travel is one of my other passions, but I'm running out of affordable places to go. Um, oh, that's an awesome system because it's cooler in the summer. That's There you go. A lot of Americans do that with Florida. They'll spend the winter in Florida and then come back to New England. We call them snowbirds. Oh, that's cool. That's a smart system, Wayne. Very smart. So you both get a half a year vacation. Nice. That's awesome. Really smart. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't move somewhere else because my kids are here, but I could see myself, I definitely have digital nomad aspirations where I wouldn't mind spending a month somewhere in the winter or, you know, um, yeah, wow. Am I glad that I honored my stop on POET? If we get in an argument, the airport is only 20 minutes away. I've been in a relationship for like 16 years, so I understand what you're talking about. It's like, yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I've been with my boyfriend for 16 years. So, you know. Yeah, Arizona has a huge snowbird population. I like I mean, I like Florida, honestly. I know Florida gets a lot of flack, but I like Florida, but I like Arizona. I'm going to Vegas um, in 2 weeks. I'll be trading from Vegas. Yes, I'm getting up at 4 a.m. to trade in Vegas, but I'm not a big drinker or gambler. I love the nature and the desert. Like I love Death Valley, and near Vegas, there's Red Rock Canyon, Valley of Fire. Like there's so many beautiful things out there to see nature-wise. So yeah, so many people have moved to Arizona. Oh my God, this is making me feel better about my POET loss because I got out when I was supposed to get out. You know, I mean, this might be another breakout, but yeah. Yeah, Arizona. I love the desert. Like, I just love going to different places. Um, yeah, I'm excited to go back to the desert. All right, POET is making another breakout. I missed it though. And I'm just now able to trade again. I'm out of timeout. So I don't want to get in late for this reason. I don't want to get in late. And also, this looks like the move is like, you know, is it popping back up for real? That was 20 cents a share. That was nice. But I'm not going to get in too high again. I missed it, so I'm going to sit on my hands and wait for a real pullback. But this might just be kind of, this was a great run though, huh? Let's see, what else is going on? Other than that, it's pretty quiet, guys. JUNS is trying to grind back up. So right now I've got 1 green trade, 2 red trades, and I'm red on the day. So I need a green trade because if I get another red trade, I am out. I will have to switch to paper trading. So I have to be like really cautious about my next trade. Wow, Canadians are so nice. Full medical benefits after 90 days. That's incredible. Yeah, I've heard that Northern Arizona is really nice. So this time we're renting a car. So I'm hoping we'll get to see some other stuff this time. Poet is hungry. Ooh, I've heard that's really beautiful. Moab. Guys, you're making me really excited now to go to Vegas. Look at that. POET. That was a real breakout. Missed that move. MWC. Oops. Oh, wow. That's a crazy run. Higher float. What? That is a crazy, crazy run. Is this a new stock? This looks like a brand new stock. I thought Death Valley was beautiful. Went with my kids, and then I went with my boyfriend. Loved it. I think Death Valley is like so beautiful. It's otherworldly. But yeah, it's hot. Really hot. Yeah, okay, so they're a brand new company. They flew up. Oh man, I'm getting such FOMO about Poet. Look at that. But I'm glad I got out when I did. I'm still really glad. Oh, right. It could be it doesn't necessarily mean it's a new company. I know what you're saying, but I knew what you meant. Well, that has a lot of room to move. I've got to be really cautious, guys, because can't be red. Otherwise, I have to switch to paper trading. My chart has exploded. Yeah. Oh, the chat. Yeah, James, I know. The chat's exploding. It's like everyone's, I love it. I love it. It's like taking on a life without me. Guys, I haven't taken a break yet today, and I need more tea and I need to stretch my legs for like 5 minutes. So I will be back. Give me 5 minutes. I'll see you in a little bit because I want to be ready for the market open. Hey guys, so I got a quick snack. All right, let's see what's going on. Got one more hour minimum. It's so interesting to me because when I first started trading, before I found Russ Cameron and really started to dial in on when I was still just basically learning, this is all I was doing was looking at the charts. I didn't even know to look at the level 2. I didn't understand what that was at first. LOBO. Let's take a look. Wow, a lot of penny stocks. Excuse me. Lobo launches multimodal document parsing module and illegal agent on Claw AI platform. I don't know what a multimodal document parsing module is, but it sounds fancy. And I think we should be excited about it. Okay, hard to borrow. What kind of company is this? Okay, it's a Chinese company. They engage in the design, development, manufacture, and sales of e-bicycles, e-mopeds, e-tricycles, and electric off-highway four-wheeled shuttles in the People's Republic of China. That sounds like a good business in China, right? I'm going to Google, what is a multi-modal, I'm thinking like multimodal, like different modes of transportation, right? Multimodal document parsing module. Multimodal document parsing module. It is an AI-powered system designed to extract and understand information from complex documents by processing multiple data types simultaneously. Interesting. Documents are rarely made of raw text alone. They contain visual cues that carry essential meaning. Traditional parsers strip this away, but a multimodal module retains it by processing visual modality and textual modality. Well, that's quite interesting. MWC. Oh, look at this pullback. That's interesting. That had a really nice run up, guys. I don't know, did any of you get a piece of that? Lobo made a round trip. So apparently nobody likes their multimodal document parsing module. So that's kind of a dud. MWC is one of Thinkorswim's top pre-market movers. Got SLXN, which I don't think is doing anything. Okay. MWC. So for those of you who are considering MWC, what when would you get in on this? I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't have VWAP up, but I'm thinking to myself that it's trading below VWAP, but I don't know. Tons of volume running through right now. Look at how quickly the tape's moving. It's got 58,000 shares outstanding, 11 million, I mean 58 million, 11 million in total volume. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I took the indicators off so I wouldn't be distracted by them, but it's funny because I keep in my mind trying to like guess if it's below VWAP. Low float of 2 million. Okay, it's trading below. Yeah. So I keep trying to guess like based on the chart. Okay, because if you think about what is VWAP, volume weighted average price. Get in now while it's low. Hey, TJ. Get in now while it's low. So you think it's going to run back up? Look, it's trying to break that. Look, it went for a breakout. So there was a pullback here. I'm going to put this on the 5 minutes so I can see this better. So $10, there's some resistance at $10. If it breaks over 10, and this is kind of where this downturn sort of, if it holds above 10, I might get in. It's right at the 20 SMA and above the 200. Interesting. I might put it on the 1 minute. Okay, so we've got one candle that's confirmed above that level. The price dropped, but I'm going to give it a little grace because I think it's going to stay above 10. I think it's going to pop up above 10. If it breaks 10, I get in. That rhymes. Okay. Maybe I'll get back in, but I just wanted to get out at break even, to be honest. So I was looking for the break of the whole dollar. Wow, I gave that way too much room to work, but I really did think it was going to pop back up above 10. But I don't know. I'm too that was risky. That was way below my stop. But these bigger priced, like when I say bigger, for me, over $10. I know, I was holding my breath the whole time. I'm like, yeah, that was too risky, guys. That was way too risky. That was a very risky trade. I'm gonna put that in. I'm actually gonna take a bit of a break. I think I made a bad decision there holding. I mean, it came out in my favor, but I made a very bad decision there. All right. So, all right. I basically held through the pullback. And, you know, it kept going, but I don't know. It should have worked right away, right? And it didn't. So now it retested 10. It tested 10, retested it, kept going, but I should have traded here. Yep. Right? I was, you know, James, I feel like I was positively reinforced for bad behavior. I was positively reinforced for bad behavior. I said I was going to wait for a real pullback, and I got in at the break of the whole dollar. So I think I'm going to hold out for another real pullback. Okay. Yes, I was reinforced for bad behavior. Wait, did it not catch that? Let's see. Yes, I want to export my transaction. I would say that was a terrible trade that I got very, very lucky on. At least I have some self-awareness, right? Why is it not importing my trade? Oh, because I have these flags on there. Okay. Okay, so this was a terrible, it was a break of the whole dollar. Whoops. And the price dropped. And then I basically just got out when I was green. So this was a terrible decision. I held through my stop. I got lucky and it came back up. Wow, that was a terrible decision. Bad behavior being reinforced, guys. Oh, wow. Look at you, TJ. Yeah, right around here. That's great. Ross just called it for the day with no trades. He has had so many no trade days lately. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of, I'm starting to feel like I really aspire to what Flip Flop was saying about boredom. I think I'd rather have it boring. It's fun when, honestly, I think I'm having more fun when I make a better decision. Is that boring to say? I feel lame saying that, but I feel like I will have more fun if I end the day with a lot of good decisions. Oh, look at that. TJ, you must be killing it right now. I'm going to wait for another pullback, though. I'm waiting for a pullback. This would have been a good one right here. Right here. This right here. Poet burned me. Yeah, Ross has had like a ton of no trade days. TJ, I hope it's going your way. It's going right up for you. Yeah, I don't know. That was a terrible decision. That just happened to work out, guys. And I'm still red on the day. So of course I held through the pullback and then I sold. I should have just kept holding, but hindsight is 2020. I'll wait for another pullback and see if I can get in again. Looks like potential pullback again. Oh, okay. I like these like flat top breakouts. I like these. Okay. I hit my target and I got out. What? That was a flat top breakout. Wait, I got to put. That's 5. 5. That was a flat top breakout, which I really like those. I see them and I like them. And I saw my target and I just got out. I'd rather wait for like another pullback. I know. I have like no indicators on here right now, but that's because I'm trying to use the tape and the level 2. It's an experiment. I realize that. I will put indicators back on eventually, but I want to really get good at price action, tape reading, and level 2 before I add the indicators back on. You're braver than I am, TJ. Like, you're calm. You have said that multiple times in my live stream. Like, just make the trade, walk away, come back. I don't know if I could do that, but I will wait for another pullback. Although it's running up. TJ, you're making bank today, buddy. Wow. What? Oh, you can't see my P&L anyway because on I have other stuff in that account, but I want to say it's green now. It was like at -$4 and now I think it's like at $20 or something like that. Oh my god. MWC is flying up. I will load everything into TraderView in a minute. I just want to see if there's another pullback that I could maybe take advantage of before we... Wow, look at that. Let's see. I'll download. Did it? I don't know why it takes a second for these to hit the monitor. Here we go. Export to file. Yes. All right, so we have a potential pullback here. Let's see. I'm going to enter my trades into TraderView, the last two. So this looks like a real pullback. Okay, right now my P&L for today is $18.77. Total gain loss, $18.77. So I'm at 1877. I'm green. I like that. I really like that. I'm trying to be less rigid about everything and focus mainly on price action, level 2, and tape. And really just focus in on that. Hmm. 31, 1231, 12. Okay, I got that one. I like that trade. Thanks, Aligos. I like that trade because I had a bull flag pullback. I waited for the breakout and I hit my target and I got out. I actually did see price hesitation and I was thinking maybe I should get out at my stop, but then it hit my target. TJ, net result 1450. Wow. A share? No, wait, you got in at 934. Result is 1450. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Oh, no. All right, let me put So when I'm less rigid about everything and I'm just looking at the price action and the time and sales and the level 2, I know I'm missing some information, obviously, but I feel like I'm looking at the most important information. Like the tape reading is getting easier for sure. Let me, here we go. I'm going to put my trade, export my trades. And now we're close to market open, so I'm not going to trade until after the market open, but I will put my trades into Trader View. So I'm going to import my trades and okay. So wait, this doesn't have all of them though. There were 2. There's 3. There should be 3 MWC. Bot. Okay, so let me see. Export to file. This is a good time for me to do this because I'm not going to trade right now anyway. No net resistance level is at 1450. Oh, okay. Next resistance level. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm super excited to be green, but honestly, that one trade was monumentally stupid, guys. That was dumb. All right. So I've got 2 trades here. Wow. All right. So this one, I'm going to call that a flat top breakout. And I literally just, do I have something here for getting out at target? First target hit. Actually, it hit my second target. So I'm going to put, because my first target was 10 cents a share. Well, with these bigger, larger price stocks, second target hit. Okay. And this one was a bull flag pullback. And this one I saw price hesitation, and then it hit second target. Okay. So right now my P&L is $36.77. That's actually really good for me for 100 shares. That's good, very good for me. So these were, the last 2 trades were full target trades. That's, however, I don't want to lose sight of the fact that I made a dumb move holding through the pullback on the other one, but okay. So let's look. You said resistance at 1450. Oh, good luck, everybody. Okay, I'm going to look for opening range breakouts now. Let's see. Are you saying, TJ, because of this right here? Because of this price action here? Is that why you're saying that's the next level of resistance? I'm just curious. Okay. Because I see this here, and that is about 1450. All right, I'm going to look for opening range breakouts. I'm practicing 3 types of opening range breakouts. I'm practicing 5-minute, 15-minute, and 30-minute. So Okay. See, that's very helpful. Thank you, TJ, because I'm really trying to understand things without indicators and understand where resistance is on the chart based on price action. Oh, looks like RUBI is popping up. Now, what I don't want to do is give back all of my profit because this was a good green day for me. This puts me green on the month, I think. And so I really don't want to make a stupid move and get overconfident and be like, I'm going to give it all away. TJ, I love your style. I feel like you're a cowboy. Like, just set them up, knock them down. All right, so a bunch of stuff popping up on the scanner. And again, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm experimenting with the opening range breakout. So I'm going to put my chart on 5 minutes now, so I can kind of filter out some of the noise. And so RUBI, I traded that yesterday. This is interesting because the high, this was, oh, that was a while ago. That's the all-time high, right? Not the all-time high, the most recent high. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking for opening range breakout setups is what I'm looking for. So TJ, are you still holding MWC, and will you sell it before it hits? Like what level will you sell at? I'm going to take LOBO. I'm going to take POET off. RKDA. Does this look like a lot of algo trading to you? CAPS, interesting. But MWC has the most potential to make bigger moves, right? Yep. So that's one of the things that I was really kind of, you're holding it for new high of day. Ooh, okay. That's one of the things that I was kind of missing by having too many things on my chart, you know? I was missing basics like support levels, resistance levels, trend lines. I wasn't looking at the chart. I was looking at too many indicators instead of looking at the source information, which is the tape, the level 2, the chart, right? So I think I'm getting better at it. And the only way I could do that, oh my. So this is the opening range. Wait, let me do that. Right here. This is the opening range. Look, a lot of people think it's going to do that. And it halted. Not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yep. MWC halted. I was considering getting in, but see what else is going on. GCL. No. Thinking, oh, that's interesting. Considering earnings are coming out later, I wonder, look at that. Wow. Let's see, is the S&P up? S&P is down. Huh. But Tesla's doing okay. Let's see, silver. I'm kind of curious if MWC will keep popping up. Let's see, current trading halts. So the halt started at 935.44. And it is a volatility halt. So this is definitely the one to watch. But, you know, I'm scared of halts, but let's put it on the 5-minute chart. Get a little less noise. Is anybody else in this halt? We got like another minute and a half. Primary focus for the day is NVIDIA, which reports its quarterly results after the closing bell. So I will be hopping on after the closing bell. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the Zendu scanner. I didn't know that it gave the resumption. Ah, news halt scanner. Oh, awesome. It's very tiny, but thank you. All right, thank you. So let's see. That's great. It's really tiny. Maybe I need new glasses. Let's see. Halt time. Oh, it's going. There's a dip. Is it going to keep pushing higher? There's a dip. That's the dip. Gonna be patient here. Trying to be patient. Now I see why the stop of the opening range breakout is often at the bottom of the range. Oh man, I'm playing with fire here, guys. I see big topping tails. Got 2 more minutes left of this candle. If I get stopped out of this one, I'm done for the day. It's really hovering around that $12 mark. 12. It popped below 12. $11.75. I'm out. Oh well. I'm out for the day, guys. If that pops back up, I'm going to be so pissed. I had a good green day and I gave it all back. All right. Opening range breakout. Full stop at bottom of range. Bummer. Well, that is the last trade of the day. See, you can hit your daily loss limit even on 100 shares. Okay, well, you're seeing learning here. Halted on the way down. I was like, yeah, I'm out. Yeah, halted down. Thought it popped up above the opening range. I did wait for a candle to confirm it, but it popped down and I stopped out at the bottom of the opening range. So let's see. put that one in. All right. I don't know. That hurts financially. But let's see. Okay. Okay. Well, you're still green on it. So that makes sense, right? That makes sense. But yeah. It's the way it goes, right? So if it's going to work, it should have worked right away, right? I should have just got out like when it hit the middle of the opening range breakout. So people put their stop at different places on the opening range breakout. They put it at the top of the range, the middle of the range, or the bottom of the range. I actually have a video coming out this weekend. And the bottom of the range gives you more room to move, but your stops obviously are more devastating. This is a max daily loss for me. So I'm going to put full stop exit and max daily loss. All right, so 5-minute opening range, 5-minute opening range, set stop at bottom of range. And yeah. And so this one, my risk would have been, I'll have to calculate my risk. I'll have to do that later because my R numbers are all screwed up. Ugh, bummer. Guys, huge red day. Huge, huge, huge red day. Ugh. Well, at least you're still green. Don't go completely red on me. Don't. Get out before it drops all the way down. It is. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm just learning with you guys. You know, the opening range breakout, this is the first time I entered an opening range breakout with my full share size. Previously, I was doing one share. So of course the damage would be a lot less, but I don't know. You know, now I'm questioning. Of course, when you have a big loss, you're questioning, should I even do this breakout? You know, should I even do this setup? Let's see. I'm going to look at my data for the opening range breakout and see. This is clearly going to be a part of my recap, but ugh. Let's see. Tag breakdown. Well, this is obviously an outlier, but opening range breakout is turning out to not be a good setup for me. Not just because of this trade, but I was already red on opening range breakouts. Of course, I'm practicing it, but yeah. Oh, the trading life. That's honestly really smart. Yeah, that's really smart. Well, obviously, I hit my max daily loss. which is $100, which I thought would be impossible to do. And yeah, so I gave everything back and then way, way more. So I don't know. Maybe this is not the setup for me. We'll see. Yeah, turn off the charts and stuff. Well, I am done for the day because I hit my max daily loss, but also it's pretty much 10 o'clock. Wow, today's recap will be really interesting. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a bummer. I don't know. I don't like the opening rate, the full stop at the bottom of the range. That's like too much to risk. I mean, I don't know. I don't like it. That's too much. I mean, today hit that home pretty hard for me. This may not be the setup for me because it's too much risk. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now I'm down $200. Like, no. That's too much of a bummer. So like for today, let's see. If I look at just today, yeah. So MWC had flipped me green. And yep, now I'm red on the day and red on the month. Bummer. Got to dig myself out of a hole. All right, guys, I'm going to go lick my wounds and take a break, get some food, and then I will do my recap. And yeah, I mean, at least I got out when I did, right? At least I got out when I did. I'm going to be really thinking about this opening range breakout thing. Too much risk. Too much. I don't know. Not a fan. Because I'm looking at it, right? And I mean, I'll examine this more in my recap, but like under other circumstances, I never would have gotten in right here. It's not a pullback. It's not like I waited for confirmation, but I wouldn't have got in here. Yeah. And if I had done the 15-minute breakout, I wouldn't have got in at all. So I think, yeah, I think the opening range breakout, the 5-minute is out for me. Hey, thank you. All right, guys, I'll post my recap in a little while, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning back at it.